Welcome to another episode of What's Up Waverly. We're here today with Richard from True North Wrestling, and we're excited to have a second year in a row of wrestling at the Waverly Village Hall.
Yeah, we're super excited about that, to have you at Waverly Village Hall for the second time. So for our listeners that maybe are not aware of what True North Wrestling is, could you explain that a bit?
Well, actually, when we first were here, we were known as Wrestling Fans United. We are currently underneath a rebrand. We lost a few of our former owners, and they went on to do different things. What True North Wrestling is it's a place where up-and-coming talent can come and hone the craft of professional wrestling without the embarrassment of failing, because we like to critique and we like to evolve the younger talent before they get to, other promotions that may be more of a stickler on certain things. And we're just nice and relaxed locker room, which I really enjoy.
That is super interesting. So, how did you get into this industry?
Actually, my dad got into it with a guy in French Lake who ended up owning French Lake Wrestling Association. And I went to Howard Lake days over there, and he had a wrestling show. I just started helping him out from there and touched every bit of this business that I possibly could. Now I'm promoting and couldn't be happier to bring it back to my hometown.
We love that you hold this event here at the Waverly Village Hall. I just remember seeing the posters for it and being like, that's going to be here? It was really exciting. And I unfortunately did not get to come, but when we're thinking about you hosting it here at the Village Hall, it's not the obvious place to hold it. And so what inspired you to do that?
I actually grew up here over on 80th Street Southwest down the road here. And I went to high school here. I played football and I wrestled for Howard Lake Waverly Winstead Lakers. So when I was growing up, I was always wanting to become a wrestler, and I always got told that I couldn't be a wrestler because I had surgeries and everything else and all that jazz, but proved my doubters wrong. And now I own my own company, and I love the fact that I can bring it back to my hometown, exactly where I grew up. That helped me evolve into the man that I've become today.
I love that.
That's an inspiration for little kids here too, that
Absolutely.
Could be like, I want to be a Waverly wrestler one day too.
Right. And the fact that things can come back this way too. You don't necessarily live here, but you have a background here. So you're bringing something that you've created elsewhere and back to us, which is amazing.
I wish I lived here. I really do. I miss living here every single day. I don't like the cities too much because of the hustle and bustle, but I'm glad to be back home.
So as far as the event goes, what is your target audience?
Our target audience is everyone. Anyone that wants to come, it's all ages. There won't be very much swearing. There might be an F-bomb here or there, but that's typical when it comes to professional wrestling. We try to keep it as tame as possible. There might be a little bit of blood. I know the last time we were here, we had a dog collar match. And I know looking forward to December, we have something in the works for that, something similar to that style, but we don't always do that. So in general, our target audience is families, elderly people who can't afford to go to the cities and see WWE or AEW. We want to bring it here so they can experience it and hopefully gain some inspiration by it.
So fun for all ages, somewhat appropriate language. There might be a oops here or there.
Yeah.
But we'll just earmuff the kids quick, right?
And our whole entire show is 100% alcohol free. We don't believe in drinking before the show or during the show, especially with our talent, because they put other people's lives in their hands. And that's our main key. I know last time we had some food and stuff. I don't know if we're going to bring that back or not. I'm hoping to talk to the new place right across the way and hopefully get some sponsorship from them to get some food in here.
So last time, how many attendees did you have?
I think my wife told me we had roughly around 180 last time. And I'm hoping that we can expand on that and physically just pack this place.
I think that that's a big possibility because afterwards in our community, we heard so many people being like, "Oh, I didn't
missed
know, I didn't know that was there," and so I think having it again, people are going to be excited, and everyone who came, I'm sure, is going to want to come back.
Well, that's part of the reason I made sure that we had advertisement out early. Part of the reason I wanted to come on the What's Up podcast. So that's everything happens for a reason. And that's part of the reason I took over the company is so we can go in the right direction to get people in to see professional wrestling.
So how many do you think you're expecting on October 4th?
You always shoot for the moon. I would love to put like 600 people in here. I don't know what the capacity is.
I think it's like 300. I think it's about 300,
We
but
can fit like 302 or 3, right?
Well, if we can get the fire marshal to come in and be like, "Hey, there's too many people in here," and then I'll be happy. Yeah, I would be happy.
yeah, absolutely.
But does the show ever, like if it's sold out, you'll announce it so everyone can watch from outside?
My wife actually works the ticket booth. She's actually right in the door area here. So once we reach capacity, she normally just cuts it off and just says sorry.
Before we move on to our next topic, so as far as tickets go, what do those look like for everybody?
Well, we have our pre-sale up right now on Eventbrite. It's 15 for front row, 10 for general seating. That's anything from the second row back.
Okay.
The date of the show, it goes up by $5. It's $20 for the front row and 15 for everywhere else. Okay. So I do recommend trying to get your tickets in advance.
So for some of us who grew up in like the WWE generation, watching it with our dads on TV, is this similar to that, or is it very different? How would you compare them? Actually,
a lot of the independent circuits around are very similar to WWE. It's just where people go before they go to WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, all these fancy smancy millionaire promotions. You get to come and watch these guys grow, and that's what True North is. It's a place where the future stars of WWE and everywhere else come to hone the craft. So it is very similar to what you would see on TV, just a lot cheaper. And then you can buy their merch ahead of time and get their autograph. So when they do make it big, you can be like, "Hey, I saw them when I was 5."
So what would you say to those who are skeptical about the True North Wrestling?
There's nothing to really be skeptical about, in all honesty. We're just a bunch of guys and gals who want to put on the best event and best show for anyone who is in attendance. So if you're skeptical, you can always stop by and you can always just check it out. It doesn't hurt. It's a Saturday show, so there's not much to do in a small town on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. I know you got church on Sundays, but you can at least come out on Saturday and enjoy some good wrestling.
Absolutely. So as far as being an amateur version of WWE, and I'm not sure if that's the correct wording at all. How would you compare that part to people who are watching WWE on TV and what they're going to see here?
So one of our wrestlers is actually trained by a current WWE heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay.
So he has a school down in Iowa, and he comes out of that school and he comes up here. So if you're worried about are these guys actually professional? We have people from Ken Anderson School who used to be on TNA and WWE as Mr. Anderson or Mr. Kennedy. We got people one of them trained with Greg Gagne, which is a name from back in AWA days here in Minnesota. So there's plenty of people that have been to the mountaintop that are trained and are training this younger talent to learn the ways of WWE.
So how do you feel that True North Wrestling gives back to the community?
Well, I'm hoping to do more for the community moving forward. I would like to be a part of the Waverly days. I would also like to run a show in my old high school.
Oh, yeah.
because I went to Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. I would love to be in that gymnasium at least once.
That would be amazing.
It would be. I don't think there's ever been an actual pro wrestling show there.
Right.
And I remember just walking the halls when I was there thinking, why isn't wrestling here? You know, we had people in Howard Lake. We had stuff over in Cokato. I know there was just a show in Buffalo, but no one ever comes back to Waverly. They want the bigger cities. I don't care about the bigger cities. I care about the small town vibes, and I love the small town vibes. That's why I came back to my hometown.
So when people come to the event, and you had mentioned earlier about signing things and buying merch, so you guys will have a table set up and be offering things like that as well?
I'm hoping to. Like I said, we're underneath a rebrand right now, so we're trying to get things pushed to get things ready for the October 4th. I know the last time we were here, Bully Brand had a Fight For You t-shirt that they gave out to all the kids and all the adults, because that's what professional wrestling is supposed to be. You're not supposed to come and just be like, oh, that guy was just yelling at us, but now he wants hugs and kisses. That's not how it works.
Don't break character.
Yes,
Right?
do not break character.
And so with that too, I was just thinking, do you guys have like a meet and greet afterward? Like are people who attend able to meet with some of your wrestlers after? Do you have that?
We normally have an intermission, and a lot of the guys normally are out during intermission. They're selling their stuff and everything else.
Okay.
So yes, there might be some guys that don't.
One thing that I was also thinking about just now is, do you have the same wrestlers come each time? So like the people who were here before, are they going to be saying the same people, or does it kind of change up every once in a while? Or?
We actually are bringing in at least one new person that I know of.
Okay.
I don't remember the full card from that long ago, but I know that one of my guys that I used to travel the roads with, who lives in Illinois, is coming out for this event. And he's going to be wrestling for this event. So I'm kind of happy because I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
Right.
So
it'll be something different.
Good way to unite with each other.
Yeah.
So is there anything that Waverly can give to this event?
We're actually looking for sponsorships right now. I know on my way in, I went to Corton's 1212 Meats. There's your plug. And he gave me some free beef sticks, and I'm hoping that maybe he'll come here and sell his beef sticks, because those were amazing. But we are also looking for sponsors. I know we had a few last time.
Okay.
And I would love for them to come back because this event isn't exactly cheap. And even with 3 owners, you know, we still have our own day-to-day lives. And a lot of the money that we make goes back into the company.
Thank you so much, Richard, for coming out and talking with us to go over everything. And we're excited to see the show.
Yes, we are.
Buy your tickets.
Pre-sales.
At eventbrite.com/True North Wrestling MN is a good place to look everything up.
So October 4th, the Waverly Village Hall. We will see you all here.
Right there.
There.